Peace family, it's MANNYeX. I'm back with another video. First off, I hope that y'all been taking care of yourselves. I hope that you've been taking care of yourself, being on that divine path of truth in your life, whatever it is. Remember that it's unique for everybody. Don't allow yourself to lose your sense of self because you see another person taking the truth that isn't aligned with your subjective truth. But other than that, today, y'all, we got 5 spiritual books that really influenced me to get to where I'm at on my path at this point in time in my experience. So I want to share these books with y'all. They don't go in no specific order or nothing like that, but each of these books really helped in my growth and just like me learning new concepts that helped me to transcend the past false concepts in my life. So in essence, they help me break through illusions and see more clairvoyantly in certain ways. So I'm gonna get these books to y'all. But first off, if y'all enjoy the content, y'all support the channel and stuff like that, y'all can go ahead and like the video if y'all enjoy it. And if you want to become part of the fam and stuff like that, and you're not already, thank you for subscribing if you are. But if you're not, then you can go ahead and hit the subscribe button and then comment below your name and why you decide to subscribe. And just know that I appreciate you. I won't be able to know who specifically subscribed unless you comment down below. Then I can have a conversation with y'all. But other than that, let's get into the video. All right, y'all, so the first book that we got for y'all today is going to be called A Radical Approach to the Akashic Records. And this book is by Melissa Feek. I think I'm saying her name right. Y'all going to have an image up there. But the reason why I put this book on the list is because when I first got into more of a spiritual, aware type of mindset, I was willing to open my mind to things. This is not the first book that I read in my, what I would call spiritual journey, but I was interested in the phenomenon of the Akashic Records. I wanted to experience something supernatural outside of oneself or something like that. And coming from that past paradigm of Christianity, it was easy for me to fall into this. So I had this book and I didn't get what I was expecting when I got to reading it. When I basically read it, it gave me more information and knowledge and awareness over my biomagnetic field, my quantum field that's coming from the heart, how I extend these things, and basically just opening your chakras and opening different gateways of thought, of knowingness, of consciousness and awareness through the fabric of your life, of your thoughts, of your emotions and things like this. It breaks it down on that level. They also have guided meditations in here for naturally doing things like aligning certain chakras, aligning every chakra and charging your chakras. Just doing things that are subjective to yourself is what you need to realize a lot of the time. And this book really helped me with that. It really laid things down in such a simplistic and comprehensible way for me to realize how to access certain degrees or levels of awareness, as we would call it. But yeah, this book is really helpful in them terms, and it brings you a true message, true tutorial on how to access the true Akashic record. But we on to the next one, y'all. So the next book that we got for y'all today is gonna be called Living Wicca, and this is by Scott Cunningham. If you don't know who Scott Cunningham is, Scott Cunningham was a lecturer, was a teacher from the 90s, and maybe before that, I forgot specifically, but he made so many different books. The book that we're focusing on today is called Living Wicca. Living Wicca, the reason why I added this to the list is because this book introduces you into Wicca, not really in giving you rules, but opening your mind up to the mind state, really touching on things like the placebo effect and how our lives are subjective. So our Wicca is all pertaining to our energies. If you don't know what Wicca is, it's basically the conscious delegation or control of the energies that reside within you on all planes, whether it's your emotions or your thoughts or anything. You using them with intention, playing a chess game to manipulate your manifestations and your perceptions and all. So basically, Scott Cunningham does a really good job at introducing you into a mindset for Wicca, really showing you the uniqueness in your own journey within Wicca, learning that everything is subjective to you, that there is no really fixed rules. It's about the truth that's within you and you being able to move and manipulate and work around that. You know what I'm saying? You're just finding those things, and it also allows you to get way more to the core of your life. It allows you to see more of the fabrics that's intertwined with your chakras, your real, like, pertaining to your real life and stuff like that. So this book will most definitely introduce you into Wicca, letting you know that it's not a fixed way to do it really. It's just all about your intentions and your mindset, your programming, how you think. It's all based around you, so it's going to be unique and different for everybody. But other than that, we on to the next one. Alright, y'all, so the next book we got for y'all today is going to be called The Master Key. This is by Charles F. Hannell. Charles F. Hannell was also a philosopher, lecturer. I don't know everything about him or a crazy amount, so y'all can look it up. But this book was actually the first book I had read looking for knowledge outside of the Bible back when I was Christian in my experience. And when I first read this book, it instantly clicked. This book is basically about the law of attraction, but what it does is it breaks the law of attraction down into these steps, and it conceptualizes it into a way that the brain can fully comprehend it. It may take for more people to read it sometimes, but for me, the first time I read this book, it instantly clicked. It instantly connected me with the universe, or whatever you would call it. It connected me with that, and I had some understanding. This book really, really fundamentally breaks things down in a way that it's real comprehensible, and the terms are just perfect. It's a picture perfect display of the law of attraction, and the way that he puts these guided meditations at the end of every chapter, it helps you to be able to guide yourself through a little journey on the book as well, and to keep going over certain chapters until you finish certain increments of exercises in the book. Because after the first chapter, for example, you'll have a meditation where you just do a silent meditation. You just sit still for 15 to 30 minutes. You do that for 4 days. During that 4 days, you can be going through each of the pages of that chapter and just seeing if it's things that you didn't really understand, things that you can understand more. You know what I'm saying? Anything like that. But this is basically about the law of attraction. It puts all planes in here too, and it also names scriptures and things that were allegorical that can allow you to see it in its symbolic form. Now, you know what I'm saying, when they compared it with the law of attraction and the fundamental laws of that. But yeah, y'all, Charles F. Hannell really breaks this down well. Like I said, first book that I read that really opened my mind up greatly during my spiritual path or journey or so far. So I will most definitely recommend this book to you. But we on to the next. Alright, fam, the next book I got for y'all today is pretty well known in the spiritual community, but this book is going to be called The 3 Waves of Volunteers in the New Earth. This is by Dolores Cannon. If you don't know who Dolores Cannon is, Dolores Cannon was a hypnotherapist. She's no longer living as Dolores Cannon on this plane, but what she did is actually thousands of past life regressions, and she would take notes and record them. She would log them pretty much word for word. And what she did in basically all of her books is just put direct testimonials of the notes that were taken in these past life regressions. And what she does is she brings your awareness in like little paragraphs of conclusion throughout the book, where she sees pieces of relativity within every regression together to give us a bigger picture and try to learn things that are like a greater agenda than just the one experience. So I think that this book is really helpful in terms of just allowing you to understand some things that really aren't out here other than this book to know when you on such a potent spiritual path of mysticism and things like that. I think that this book can really help you to understand time of ascension in the age of Aquarius, what's really going on right now. Open your mind as well. It also has like a lot of extraterrestrial talk, other beings not from this planet, so you got to be open to that if you're going to be reading this book as well. I mean, it's a book that really takes you opening your mind and just like just allowing yourself to realize that you don't know what's really here and what's not. So before you get into this book, I would recommend that you're on your path for a little while, just so that you're warmed up to some of the things that this spirituality community has to offer, that you don't feel like that you just hopping into some fairy tale land. You know what I'm saying? Make sure it's truth for yourself. But other than that, we on to the next one, fam. Alright, fam. The last book that I got for y'all today, and if you made it to the last book, I thank you for watching the video and stuff like that. But the last book that we got today for y'all is going to be called Anatomy of the Spirit, and this is by Carolyn Mace. Carolyn Mace is my favorite teacher at this time on this earth, and mainly because she's very good at allegorically breaking down scriptures that were here before, and just coming up with energetic ideas. And she is a true observationist of the human condition. What Carolyn Mace pretty much is she's a medical intuitive, plenty of other professions in her long career, and she's been writing books since the early 90s, probably since the 80s. And basically what the Anatomy of the Spirit is talking about is your chakras. It's breaking down the allegorical meaning, the root of every chakra. Like, one little snippet I can give you from this book is how she explains that your lower 3 chakras and your upper chakras have a distinctive job. Most of the upper ones are more energetic, pertaining to your mental and emotional being, and then you have the lower chakras that are more pertaining to your physical being and condition and stuff like that, more to your programming, your primitive being. So with this, I mean, she really explains the allegorical meaning of all 7 chakras, the main chakras, and really puts little gems in there to help you to see why you're blocking your chakras in these certain type of ways. She really breaks into the fabric of our emotions and our experiences on a really detailed scale, and lets us know why we're not healing in certain places and why certain sicknesses even manifest in certain areas due to our energy systems being off. She just an all-around medical intuitive. She really sees these things. She can probably see you as you walk in the room and realize all of the programming that's in your body. I think that's a mix of psychology and just mixing it in with these allegorical, symbolic terms for our spirituality, for our chakras, and we get to really see how each chakra is flowing through this. She lets you know that our chakras being aligned and recharged is way more simple than putting a crystal to your pineal gland. You know what I'm saying? It's about your inner being. It's about your mindset. It's about the programming that you're subject to going back on. And that's what I really love about this book. Like I said, she was one of my favorite teachers. I would recommend any of her books. I think that you should get any book that you see of hers. If you see it, especially on sale and stuff like that, just cop that junk. But other than that, y'all, those are the 5 books that I got for y'all today. I know I didn't go into a crazy amount of detail for each book, but it's because I really want y'all to just dive into the books without any major preconceptions and really just read the book if it interests you. You know what I'm saying? If those first words get your attention, or whatever in the book that gets your attention, if it does that, I want you to be genuinely engaged in the book for yourself. But I thank y'all for watching this video, and let me know if y'all read any of these books, and if y'all resonate with them after y'all read them, if y'all gonna check them out. Whatever one seems more interesting. I even do like a little video where I break down some of the stuff in the book, but just let me know all in the comments and stuff like that. Other than that, I love y'all. Make sure that y'all are taking care of yourselves. Remember that you are the universe. Whatever you projecting, you're gonna be experiencing right then and there. So make sure to be mindful of that for yourself and just keep sticking to your truth and your path. Don't lie to yourself, and just continue to love yourself, love everybody else around you. Remember that we all are one. Other than that, love y'all. Shemim Hotep.